Hey guys, this is Mr. Eldridge. In today's video, we're going to look at how to write a document-based question, also known as a DBQ. So, if you're not aware, of course, this year College Board changed its method, its rubric. And so, we're going to take a few moments and look at some of the changes. So, number one, the thesis and contextualization have not changed. You still have to do those two things. My recommendation, as always, is you start an essay out with your contextualization and you move it into your thesis. It's a great way to start out any essay. Also, with contextualization, they're always going to give you a certain amount of years, from 1700 to 1776. So my recommendation is always start your essay out with prior to 1700 and then write about the things that are happening leading up to that point in regards to the content itself. So if you're writing about something economic prior to 1700, you would want to mention things that happened economically prior to the year 1700 in that case. Another thing that has not changed is evidence beyond the documents. So, of course, you're going to receive 7 documents in regards to the DBQ. So you need to look at the document and think, what is not in here that is related to the topic? Now, you always want to have some extras, but you only have to have one thing that is in relation to that. So as you go through and you're going through your documents, there's going to be things that are just not there. And so make sure that as you look through the documents, you're like, there's got to be something missing. You need to have 1 to 2 things in there. Now, to the changes. First, previously, you would have to correctly identify and connect 6 documents. That no longer happens. College Board is now requiring you to connect 4 documents to your argument. By describing the content from the 4 documents, you can get 2 of the 3 points for the evidence category. Of course, the other point for the evidence category is evidence outside the document itself. Another major change in regards to the AP exam is you have to analyze the documents. You are given documents. You need to talk about the documents. This is where your historic situation, your intended audience, your point of view, your purpose comes into play. You traditionally would have had to do that for at least 3 documents. Not anymore. Now, you can do the historic situation, intended audience, point of view, and purpose for 2 of the documents and still get that other point for analysis. And finally, the dreaded point, the unicorn point, if you will, that being complexity. So this has traditionally been one of those points that some teachers have taught. Other teachers say, give it the old college try and see what you can come up with to connect it. It's now viable. You can now get this point, and it's not as difficult as it has been in previous years. You can get this for 2 separate things now. Number 1 is through your argumentation. You can do this through an argumentation that shows that you are understanding of the documents and the argument. You are demonstrating nuances between perspectives, relationship between events, continuity and change over time. You are forming connections overall. You can do this with cause and effects. You can do this with similarities and differences. You can do this with, those continuities and changes over time that I talked about. These specific historical thinking skills. The other way that you can get this is now you can get this through the effective use of your evidence. This can be earned by one of 2 different ways. Number 1, you can use all 7 documents by correctly identifying them and adapting them to your essay. Or you can do the historic situation, intended audience, point of view, and purpose for 4 of the documents. So you get 1 for contextualization, you get 1 for thesis, you can get 3 points for evidence, and then of course you can get 2 points for your analysis and complexity. Okay? I hope this video helps. If you have any questions, please let me know. Good luck on your exam. Thank you so much, and have a great day.